What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to some more Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishment. We're going to continue with the case. Something Abbey something. Don't quote me on that. And we went through the house already. Not this house. We went through the victim's house and figured out everything that happened there.
Have you found something interesting?
So, or maybe not. I thought. Oh, okay. Let's examine the rope.
Let us see how the rope was cut.
Examine.
The fibers at the end of the rope are smoothly cut. Let us try to find out what tool was used to cut the rope.
I believe it's the scissors, but I'm gonna try the knife first.
If I cut the rope with a knife, it matches the original.
Oh. Hey, I got that right on the first go. Okay, so the rope was cut once with a sharp knife and tied quickly in sailor knots. That could indicate that the intruder had a sailor's background. Look for a sailor. The person who was visiting that night was probably a sailor. Okay.
What should we do next, Holmes?
I don't know. Alright. Archives. Search for the Rock of Gibraltar. Chemistry, poisons, wounds, injury. But it had to be. It was what, 8? It was 1980 something. I believe. Maybe. Maybe it's this SS Utopia collision in Gibraltar. Let me keep that in mind. Rock of Gibraltar's arrival. Alright. Arrival of the Rock of Gibraltar, ship return. The Rock of Gibraltar, a bulk carrier from the Adelaide Southampton London line, has returned from a 6-month voyage through India, New Zealand, and Australia. The ship brought to England Miss Mary Fraser, the heiress of the Fraser family owning land and tin mine in Australia. This reportedly beautiful young lady is presently engaged to Sir Eustace Brackenstall, one of the wealthiest gentlemen in Kent. So she is the daughter of the Fraser family, which I don't know who those,
Here
who those
it is.
people are.
The shipping company, the Adelaide Southampton London line, and its address. Interesting. It must be the place where they keep the records, including the one for the crew of the Rock of Gibraltar.
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard, they'll give it to you without any problems.
But I have another solution. I'll call in the specialist.
Alright, who's the specialist? Where's the phone? Oh, there we go.
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
Say less. So all you gotta do is call him up there. Wiggins is
At
there.
your service, Mr. Holmes.
I need a register, my young friend. If you could borrow it, There will be half a guinea for every one of you. I need the crew list of the Rock of Gibraltar in 1893 and their current employment.
I'm straight on it, Mr. Holmes.
Do you really think they'll find it, Holmes?
My secret police is better than the Yard in many ways.
Here it is, Mr. Holmes. But we can't take it back. It's too risky.
Put it on the table. I'll take care of it. Good work, young Wiggins.
Alright, so examine.
This list shows the senior officers of the Rock of Gibraltar, on which Lady Brackenstall and her maid made their voyage. Lady Brackenstall does not know anyone in England. This must mean that someone on this list is our mysterious visitor. And these are the lists of the senior officers of the Adelaide, Southampton, London Line ships. Let us find out who was in London upon November the 7th.
Alright. Let's see. So Henry's...
This officer is still at sea, therefore he cannot be involved.
Oh, okay.
This list shows the senior officers of the Rock of Gibraltar, on which Lady Brackenstall and her maid made their voyage.
Ernest J. Woody.
Lady Brackenstall does not
Woods.
know anyone in England. This must mean that someone on this list is our mysterious visitor.
Oh, never mind. That was wrong. Let's see. Departure from Adelaide on May 6th. Arrival in London, England. November. So...
This list... I do not think that this sailor has any connection to the case.
No, I didn't mean to do it.
This...
I've been trying to click
This
on here, but I guess not. I guess that doesn't count. Henry Ernest.
This officer is still at sea, therefore he cannot be involved. I do not think that this sailor has any connection to the case.
Okay.
I do not think that this sailor has any
Okay.
connection to the case. I do not think that this sailor has any connection to the case. I do not think that this sailor has any connection to the case.
Oh, maybe I need to look on another page. Ah.
This officer was on a ship that sailed half a month ago. He wasn't in London at the time of the crime.
Okay. I didn't realize there was more papers to flip through.
This officer was on a ship that sailed half a month ago. He wasn't in London at the time of the crime.
I'm just getting them all off the list now.
I do not think that this sailor has any connection to the
Herbert.
case.
Anyone else? Jack? Thomas? Herbert? No? Jack.
Mr. Jack Crocker was in London upon the date of the crime, and he is due to depart in 2 days.
Okay. So that's one. Let's go to the others. Thomas and Herbert. Okay, maybe on the last one.
This officer is still at sea, therefore he cannot be involved.
Okay.
This officer is still at sea.
Alright.
Captain Jack Crocker is our mysterious visitor. He was the only one around at the time of the murder.
So Captain Jack Crocker.
This Crocker, do you think...
It would be interesting to meet him. Our young friend should be able to find him.
Alright. Wiggins, I got another task for you.
Wiggins, could you find a way to bring this Captain Crocker here to us?
Here? Holmes, that could be dangerous.
No problem, Mr. Holmes.
He just said, no, you know what? I got you.
Mr. Holmes, I was informed that you were looking for me, and I'd like to know why.
Yes, it is important that we talk. You will soon understand why.
The rundown. Let's go. clear look. Um, strong build. Oh, what's that? Okay. Lady
You are
Brackenstall.
acquainted with Lady Mary Brackenstall, are you not?
Yes, I think I do remember her. From when I was first officer, but I still don't see...
It seems your relationship went beyond that of mere passenger and first officer.
How dare you?
Indeed, how reckless a feeling is love, particularly if one is prepared to commit a murder in its name.
Explain yourself this instant.
You are aware that the murder made the headlines of the morning press. You read the newspaper report, but to your dismay, found it much fabricated. Once you learned that I wanted to see you, you came straight away. You needed to know what I had found.
You... And what do you know?
That evening, you were with Lady Brackenstall, despite the danger.
I'm not afraid, Mr. Holmes. Besides, all of this is just guesswork.
You would be right, if there was no evidence.
What then?
You tied
Lady
her up.
Brackenstall was tied to a chair on the night of the murder. And it was you who tied her up.
You call that evidence?
Oh, cute. Yeah.
Yes, as she was tied with a sailor's knot. Your handiwork.
So, it's a sailor who's done it. That proves nothing, Mr. Holmes. I'm not the only sailor in London right now.
But she
Your
don't have any
theory is
friends.
flawed anyway. On the night of the murder, I was aboard the Sharp. I was supervising the repair of a porthole.
At night.
It was an emergency. There was a leak. You can ask the ship's carpenter. He can confirm.
I'm sure that he can.
Perfect. In that case, we have nothing more to talk about. Good evening, gentlemen.
Holmes, what should we do now? Would you like to check his alibi?
No, there is no doubt that these men will testify in his favor, and there will be no way to check.
So, what then?
So, we must work with what we have. We have all the puzzle pieces.
Now I understand why you dissected the bell rope.
Alright. So, Crocker's involvement. Crocker is lying. His involvement is clear. He appeared as soon as he heard that I... Okay, Captain Crocker was aboard the Sharp on the night. The captain is the killer. But who else would be the killer, though? I feel like... Dude, if I get this wrong, I don't... Let's see if the lady's still looking at me. Yep, she's still looking. Okay, so... I'm gonna go with my guess, because I do believe it was an inside job. So yes, let's... the murder was committed in self-defense. It was not self-defense. The mystery is solved, but you decide to keep it secret. There is no need to inform the police. Jack Crocker is the murderer, and you will bring him and his accomplice, Lady Brackenstall, to justice. Okay, this is my moral choice, because murder is still murder, and I will always believe that. I mean, self-defense murder is, and if the, you know what, I'm gonna shut up now. I would open a whole Pandora's box on my thoughts on everything, but we're gonna continue.
Wiggins, could you ask Mr. Crocker to come here again, please?
Right away.
Why did you make me come here again, Mr. Holmes?
It is over. I know that it was you who killed Sir Eustace Brackenstall.
What?
I know because of the height at which the rope was cut. The knife used was a sea knife. The knots were sailor's knots, and not least the sheer force that was put behind the killing blow. And because you are the only one who knows Lady Mary Brackenstall in London. And because you love her.
It's true.
It is time for you to tell us the whole truth.
I admit that I loved Mary madly from the first day that I met her. But I never did come to visit her, for I believed that she was in a happy household. When I talked to her maid, who told me everything, I was insane with rage. I was due to set sail for 6 months away. I wanted only to see her again. But it turned into a damnable nightmare when he barged in. He dared raise his hand to her. He was not even worthy of licking her boots. Oh, I regret nothing. I admit I killed the monster.
Oh, hold on. Am I
her.
gonna fight? This music kicked in.
She will forgive me if she is able.
Lady Brackenstall already forgave you. She said nothing.
Mary.
But that makes her an accomplice as well as her maid. It places her in danger yet again.
Mr. Holmes.
You would not have managed to protect her.
Till I die, do you hear me? Here is a letter that sets everything clear. And it is the one that should be disclosed to the police. I am the only culprit. Mary had nothing to do with it. Now it is time to end this.
Hold on, you trying to fight? Oh no. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. Oh, I almost messed that up. He tried to kill himself. Hold on.
You should have let me die. How can I live if Mary suffers?
I am sorry, Captain Crocker, but there has been quite enough death in this case.
Oh, that was too close.
Inspector, I give you Sir Eustace's killer. He tried his best to perform his own justice.
Well, I'm not surprised. Yes, it was me. I confess.
Here is a piece of evidence that can be used in court.
Perfect. A case that went smoothly for once.
All right. You know, I don't go back and replay any cases after I'm done. So let's see if I got everything straight. Sir Eustace was murdered by Captain Jack Crocker, who was visiting Lady Brackenstall that night. They staged it as a robbery by the rental gang. Crocker used his sea knife to cut the bell rope to tie the lady, and then hid the silverware in the well. He committed a violent crime for which he deserves a condign punishment. All right, hold to check your conclusion. Yeah, got it right. 16 out of 16 clues found. All right, I'm accepting the decision. All right, so there's people who so it technically was not self-defense since he didn't go and attack the guy. So I mean, that was obviously the wrong answer to choose. But yeah, it's a whole can of worms. But we finished this case, the Abbey Grange Affair. I hope you guys enjoyed this case and this series so far. If you do, be sure to hit that subscribe button for the rest of this game, because I'm hoping to finish it within the next couple weeks. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button for more videos just like this one. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.